Welcome to part 7, lecture 27, asking AI for prompts. In a very complex scenario or in a field that you don't know much about, it pays to ask AI itself to generate the prompt. You now use the generated prompt to now prompt the AI. It's a very interesting experience. Let's get ahead and let's get on and do that. We have examples here. So let's start with this one. We want to generate a prompt for Facebook cover page. I'll read it out. We copy it and paste. The ChatGPT does a very good work in generating prompts. All of them do though, but it's very perfect in doing that. Okay, we'll use all of them and see what they generated. So I copied this prompt, which I'll read out now. It says, generate perfect prompt for a generative AI. Now, generate a prompt for my Facebook cover. I love nature and would like it to feature trees, a river, an eagle, and an elephant. The environment will have a strong golden evening sun and golden clouds. I can imagine what I want, but I do not know how to write the prompt. Probably because I'm not an artist or I've not been exposed to active player in generating graphics. So let's see what we'll get. We are just asking for prompts. We've not started the actual work. So remember that this prompt is for creating image or creating banner for Facebook. So it has to do with image generation. Of course, we can use ChatGPT 3.5. It cannot generate image. So we copy it to another area. Then we can use Google Bard because it cannot generate image, but it can search images online for us. So we are waiting for the Google Lab. That is a search lab. This is it here. When it will be active. It's test running now and it's fantastic. You'll be on the lookout for it when it is out. This is where you use textual information to generate words. So for now, we are left with the Microsoft Designer. So as I said, anything you have to do with Microsoft, use Edge browser and make sure you have an account in it to avoid unpleasant surprises. Now, I'll go further to explain. Here, you have the same symbol for Microsoft Designer, but what you're saying is image creator, and it said from designer. Okay, if we click it now, we are in image creator from designer. We can paste what we want here and it will generate it. Then, but if we go to the designer itself, you now find out that we have two options. This is the designer. You've noticed we have image creator. We'll have the image creator and we'll have the design creator. This is actually the designer. This is sub of the designer. The design creator is more elaborate. It gives you everything you need to work as a designer, while this has the capability of converting your text to an image, and that's all. But what I'm saying now, the designer, that image creator is gaining more powers. Before you can't edit it, now it takes you to the edit, you can edit it. The same thing with the images you develop with a Copilot. So I won't be surprised if tomorrow all of them are using the designer. But as for today, we'll use the designer to have the flexibility to create many things. We are going to use designer, that is design image and image creator. let's just see the difference, how it will work out. Let it not distract us now. We go straight for the prompt we've copied. Remember, we requested for a prompt from the ChatGPT, and we've copied that prompt. So we want to use it to generate an image. So we are here now, and we want to use the design creator first. So we click this, and it will ask us to type in our prompts. Now we have the prompts. It's not our own initial prompt. It has been updated. Now see what the ChatGPT did. We asked it to write this prompt, and it changed everything. He said, create a stunning Facebook cover that beautifully captures my love for nature, featuring a serene landscape with lush trees. You see the language is using, that is where expertise comes in. And see what we wrote. This is what we want to achieve. Unless you are an expert in this field, you won't be able to say all these things. But now see me, that is not an expert in the field of creative art. Now I am writing a prompt because I used an expert consultant for free. Please note this. Areas you don't know, describe it. Ask AI to write the prompt for you. That is the best way to go. So having said that, we go back to our work. Then we say generate. With all this explanation, you can imagine what we expect to see. So let's see. That's fine. We have fine creation. Fine. So you now go through and choose from them. Okay. So which one do you like? For now, I hold the mouse, so I will choose for you. So let's go for this. I customize it. Fine, beautiful. So I have my Facebook banner. So if I have my image now, I can just bring my image and put and add any other thing I want. I've created it. If you've forgotten how to do that, just go to your visuals. Will add some pictures for you. My media will ask you for images. These are the images we've uploaded, we've used before. We go and capture one of them. Add it. Yeah. If you're adding, don't allow it to cover things. Just drop it and arrange it well. Once we arrange, we have all this. We would like to remove the background. Good. So we remove the background. Fantastic. So we can make this and place it where we want. So with this, life is easy. By getting things you want. If we need more flowers, we can get. If we can manage the pictures. Remember our tool, this one, to remove. If we don't want this envelope, we remove it and put another thing there. So it's very interesting. So we can create anything by giving description of what we want. That is the message. Let's pick another example. Remember, you can download your work. Just click download. You say save. And it takes you, this is where I saved my last picture, so it's there. I can direct it to save in another place. Okay, this is what the design creator gave us. Let's go for another new. Let's see what the okay, this did not give us the option to choose creator, or so we go back to, oh sorry, okay, we'll call up another designer. Otherwise we click the designer here, it will reload the designer. We are interested in saying the difference between image creator and design creator. So let's say the image creator. So as I said, the image creator concentrates on the image you're creating, while the other one looks at the design. And the image creator is a subset of design creator, because it's with images you can use for your design. So here we paste our image, our design prompt, and say generate. This is for image, not for design. The image creator, we just want to see the difference. Okay, so this will tell us how you create your images, whether you will use image creator or the designer. Actually, if you just have image to work with, you don't need any design, you may go for image creator. You see what we have now? All the images we mentioned, elephants, the bird, this image creator captured it more, but while the designer concentrated more on the design, this concentrated more on creating the image. So they are all important. Know when to use them. So what do we do now? We click here, explore more. No, we select it. So next we have to download. This is the prompt that created it. We can edit. This is where before you won't be able to edit this image, but it's interesting now that you can edit it. Let's get to download first. This is beautiful. We don't want to lose it. We say download, save image as. Okay. What I noticed is that this image creator goes to JPEG. It won't give you option for PNG. I don't know why it does that, but Microsoft may explain. Because PNG is invoked. It's what we use now. Maybe by the time it was created, the JPEG was invoked. So JPEG is what it gave us. So we don't have option. Remember, you can always convert from one image form to another. So we save this. It gave us the designer. They said we have designer somewhere. No, so we call this maybe designer 3. If we've not used 3 before. So we've saved it. Okay. So what if we want to edit this further? If we click edit image, it takes you back to the designer edits. Even with Copilot generated images, it takes you back here. So you can still work on it. Now you consider what we have generated before and this one. If you look at it very well, this design will go for portrait and other ones, while the other one will be better for what we are using it for. That is Facebook banner. So if you want to see all your projects, you can still go back and view all your projects. So this is all we are taking now. We refresh here to start afresh. We click the designer logo. So this is where we are. Let's see our projects. See the two. If you look at this, you know, yes, it's a portrait you can hang. If you look at it, you know, yes, it's for banner. It's for the Facebook banner. So that's how it works. We go back to, remember, you can call up any of this and let's see, and do further editing to it. For example, when we created this, we didn't look at the size. We called it up again. We'll look at the size. Remember, always remember that you have to come here for the resizing. I don't know why it is hidden. Some operation you see the size here, but you have it hidden here. So you have resize. I'm using this for, now this depends what you want. If you have a banner, very big banner, you have to look for a very big matrix of pixels. We are interested in HD video, and what I'm using for my HD video is 9. This opposite of this. If I use this, it will be, so that one is portrait sort of. So I will need 1920 by 180. That's what we use, what I'm using in the HD video. So I'll look for it. Okay, it's not here. 90. This is what we use for HD video, for that video. So he said I will say continue, and now say, will I retain the other one or will I resize this? We don't need to have so many copies. After all, we can resize as many times as possible. We can say resize and replace. So resize and replace the other one. So that's it. We go back to the next prompt. What we are trying to say here is that you can ask AI to generate prompt for you. So the next practice we have is this. The story goes like this. I need a portrait for my living room. Act as a prompt engineer. Use my description of the portrait to write a perfect prompt for an image generator. AI. So that is the message. That is the instruction. I don't want you to work on this prompt. I want you to use this prompt to prompt yourself and generate perfect prompt for me. That is the message, and that is clear. And now started. You describe whatever you want to describe. Anything you describe here now, it will give you the prompt. That is the message of this section, that you can command AI to generate prompt for you, and you don't have to worry yourself about creating the prompts if you're not an expert in the field. That is the message we are sending. So I copy here now. I'll now go to, we can use But we can use Bard now. We've used let's distribute their functions. Let's see how Google Bard will handle this. We ask it to generate this prompt for us. Let's see. But from my experience, ChatGPT will do a good job, and the Copilot itself will do a good job. In most cases, it may try to start creating it itself, but let's see how it goes. So this is the title of this prompt. He said portrait prompt for an image creator AI. So first of all, this shows that the concept is well understood. Now he started describing. This is the prompt. This is the prompt. You see how he detailed it, and I gave you additional tips. So when you prompt your own, you can read additional tips on what you can do to improve the image. But right now, let's see what the prompt will give us. So I will copy this prompt. I think we have copied it. If we try to copy from here, it will copy the entire thing. We are only interested in okay, unless we copy and delete what we don't want. Well, we're interested from here to here. We don't want additional tips. Okay, additional tips. Okay, we don't need it. So we stop at this place. We copy this. Why I pause, you may even give AI additional tips. But when I read through, the additional tips is for your consumption, not for prompts. You can ask AI to use this as additional tips. So we go to the designer. Then I will use design now, since it's a portrait. Okay, if it is a portrait, I will hang in my living room. Oh, this may do a better job. We'll use one during the practice. Use the other one. Let's use this one, since we've mentioned the portrait. If it's a banner outside, we can use design. Let's see what we'll get from me. If it's a banner, we'll post for advert, or they will use design. But let's see what we can do, what it can do with this. Okay, we click generate. Fine. At times, if it doesn't understand your prompts, it will tell you that it failed. It cannot go further. You now look at your grammar and look at your use of language. This is very interesting. This is okay. It's just what we described. This is exactly what I have, the portrait I want to put. Okay, let's use okay, when you're practicing, use the designer, so we don't waste time on that. But you've seen the difference. That's the major thing. That's the message I want to pass. I want to save this because it's beautiful. If you print this very well, you can hang it in your and the joy of it is that you can write your name there as the creator. You write your name as creator, assisted by the designer. Nobody will arrest you. So it's your creation. The Microsoft Designer is just an assistant designed by you with Microsoft Designer. You can sell it. Okay, so we go to another example. Let's get back to the designer. This will be our final one for this. It's a different scenario altogether. We are not prompting for image. I want to publish a book. Let me read this out. I'm interested in writing a book on ethics and morals. I did not study it. I want you to generate a perfect prompt, with emphasis on generate a perfect prompt for AI that will cover all the topics in ethics and morals in business. Actually, what I'm asking for is a complete book. We can ask it to cite sources of information. It's a complete book on ethics and AI. So, and this area is where I've not done any work with, but what I'll come up with, I believe, will be very professional. So I want to write the prompt for this. The first is to go to, what shall we use? We have several options. Remember, this is a written writing. It has nothing to do with image again. Let's use ChatGPT. During your practice, you use more than one AI and know which one comes up with better write-up. So now we are requesting for only the prompt. So here we go. says certainly crafting a comprehensive prompt. He recognizes that that's the major thing. So please prompt with me. We can't read all this. It's a complete book. Do same and now read it out. What you normally do is to read this first phrase to make sure before the prompt, make sure that the concept is well understood. So here he said, certainly crafting a comprehensive prompt is essential for generating valuable content on ethics and morals in business. Here is a prompt that covers every various aspect of it. That's all. Once we are sure that he knows what he's talking about. This is only a prompt. See, ordinarily, how you can't sit down and start writing all this in area you're not exposed to, you've not studied. But he has done this. And here he said that this prompt covers a wide range of topics within ethics and morals in business. So it's giving you the confidence to go and use it. So we copy this again. We'll now use it to prompt it. Let's create new distance so it doesn't mix up with the first message. There are different things. The other one is to create prompts. This one is to actually use his creation to write a book for us. You can ask for references. You can ask for the number of pages you want. We may say that the book will be 20 pages, 30 pages, and that will tell you the scope. We can add more scopes. We can prompts for areas in moral and ethics, topics that make up all the topics that make up moral and ethics, and we use it to support our argument. We said use these key words. We now put the key words. So the sky is your limit. It's very flexible. So this is what we are getting. It started with introduction. This is a full-fledged book. Even trying to tell us the history of ethics and other things. Very interesting. Let's go to our friend, which we've been using for only pictures lately. The Copilot, Microsoft. We'll go to Microsoft now. We are not interested in picture again. We'll now go to Copilot and we request for that book. Let's see what it will do. Okay. So we have this Copilot. Remember your new topic. Remember you have mic here. Then we can now paste. I hope it's the generates a researched and informative context. I just want to make sure that it's what we want that we are posting. Okay, so this is the prompt. So prompt that may not necessarily be very short. So we send this prompt. First is to make sure that the context is aware of the context, understood what you're saying. It has given it a title. That's all we want. Ethics and morals in business. Introduction. You are going well. It shows that yes, it's using our prompts. Then, fantastic. It's giving us title. Then it's for you now. The challenges and dilemma. Even citing case studies. So it's for you now to go through and know the one that is better. At times you're confused on the one to choose. Yeah. So you can use AI to generate your prompts. Don't be afraid that I've not done this before. I've not been in this area before. The AI will generate the prompt for you. Just know the stories. Know the stories. Explain. Talk about the scenario. Leave the technicalities for AI. It's still writing our books. Our book. You see. Then one thing you notice about the Copilot, whether you ask for reference or not, for anything he writes for you, he usually cites references. So know that all these are references. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this section of lesson 27. In lesson 28, we looked at the other use of AI. We'll try to explore the use in different fields that are not our own, or we've not studied before, and due to current situation, we want to use it to either for business or for pleasure or for teaching or for learning. So we will meet in the next class, and that will be our last class. See you in the next class.